Drive on, Marion.
Please state your name and business. Please state your name and business.
Did you just go in?
Name and business.
You and your great big car just knocked down my Momo.
Is she all right?
I'll say she's not all right. You come out here and have a look at her.
I'd rather not, madam. Have you called for an ambulance?
For a door, you have a great sense of humor. You've smashed her headlight, and you're jolly well going to pay for a new one.
A Momo is some sort of vehicle, I presume.
Look, it'll cost you 25 bob. If you do want to come out, well, push it under the door.
Any claim of this nature should be referred to your insurance company. Good evening, madam.
There's no time. Look, I'm catching the Dover ferry tomorrow morning. Oh, come on. Are you listening to me?
Please state your name and business.
25 bob.
You should be insured.
I am International General and Accident.
That's one of Mr. Cantara's companies. That'll be quite in order. Good evening, madam.
Look, listen. I'm catching the Dover ferry tomorrow morning. Now, if I have to fork out 25 bob, I won't even have enough for supper. Now, you can afford it, and I can't.
That's not the way to do business, madam. If your claim is justified, the money will be forwarded to you. That is all I have to say on the matter.
Look, I've just got enough to get me to Dover. Look, if I have to fork out 25 bob, oh, trust a door to have the last word.
When is the ambassadress?
She's calling for you at 8:30, sir. The Chamber of Commerce dinner is at the Savoy at 9.
I'm in my bath.
Yes, I know, sir.
And Barnett, I don't want those dogs barking when she arrives.
No, sir, I'll have them shut away.
Not until then, mind you. You won't escape. Mario! Whatever you do, let go of that damn beast. Mario, damn you! What the hell are you staring like that for? Have you never seen a naked man before?
No, I haven't.
God, it's a girl. Mario!
Do you always drink champagne in the bar?
Yes. You won't get away with this intrusion.
Are you GQ1?
I am Gabriel Cantara.
Means nothing to me.
Mario, call the police, but get rid of that damn dog first.
Open the door and I'll push him out. Come on, doggy. You know, if you fed him yourself, he wouldn't go for you.
Are you calling the police, Mario?
Come on.
Are you calling the police, Mario?
Lucky for me, you don't feed him. He protected my honor.
What on earth do you mean?
That's what I'll tell them, Cantara.
The police will believe me.
Police!
Mario, but you want to compromise me? Throw that bisexual delinquent out.
You owe me 25 bob.
Out, Mario.
I'll slosh you. You were driving, weren't you? Learner, you couldn't drive sheep across a field.
I'll deal with this matter myself. If you'll kindly explain to me exactly what it is you want.
I told it all to your door, to the little man who talks.
Do you mean to say he let you in?
I climbed in.
Into my house I employ 3 guards and 6 dogs, and you climbed in?
Now look, your great big car smashed the headlight on my scooter. Now that's 25 bob you owe me for it, and I've come to collect. Don't tell me about insurance, because I'm leaving England tomorrow morning.
Well, perhaps
Just pay up and I'll go.
Maybe I owe you a slight apology, Miss... I mean for appearing before you just now in a state of nature.
You owe me 25 bob, Cantara.
Mario, give the young lady some champagne. And you can give me some more, too.
This isn't a party, you know.
Go on, Mario, pour it out. I quite agree with you, my dear. 25 shillings is far too serious a matter for a party.
To me, not you.
Oh, I'm always serious where money matters are concerned.
Cold.
What did you expect? Thank you, that will do, Mario. Now, how did you get in?
Doesn't matter.
I want to know which guards to sack and which dogs to have destroyed.
Destroyed? Because I caught you in the bar.
I am the least valuable thing in my house.
All right, Cantara, keep your money. No sackings, no destroyings. I'm going.
I think you'll find it harder to get out than it was to get in. Now, what did you really come for?
I want to go. Will you please say open sesame to this ridiculous door?
How much are the newspapers paying you for this stunt?
Oh.
Oh, you little imp, how dare you? That picture cost me £20,000.
You were done.
I could sell it for 60,000.
Sell it. And give me 25 bob.
Well, perhaps I do owe you another apology, Miss... you see, I remember now, your motor scooter in the mews just now fell over just as we were passing it.
Is that how you became a millionaire?
Not quite. You see, my dear, when the motor scooter fell over, it scratched my Rolls Royce. So you owe me £25. That's how I became a millionaire. More champagne?
Mr. Cantara, sir.
Go to hell, Barnett.
Yes, sir.
What's so funny? What are you laughing at?
Barnett?
I've never thought of Barnett as being funny.
A voice from heaven called Barnett, and you tell it to go to hell. Oh, you're on your own, Cantara.
Yes, I'm on my own.
I'm still here.
What are we going to do about our mutual debts, Miss whatever your name is?
I'll go without my supper. What have you ever had to go without, Cantara?
Oh, please don't keep on calling me Cantara. It's no business of yours, little Miss Sneak Thief.
Now, that's a defense, I suppose. You're not pompous underneath. It doesn't work with me, you know. I've seen.
What have you seen?
The real Mr. Cantara.
Mario, if you were a woman instead of some kind of infant hermaphrodite, that remark might worry me. Tails.
Tails?
I'm taking a lady out to dinner, an ambassadress.
Oh, tails. I thought they went out when we started walking on 2 feet.
Amuse yourself, child, before I have you ejected. And don't steal anything.
Where would I hide it?
My dear child, when you've lived in the world as long as I have...
I bet I've seen a great deal more of it than you can, Tara. Momo and I have been up and down the world.
Yes, I can just imagine, buzzing about like a mayfly on the river. But one of these days, young madam in trousers, plop, you'll end up inside the belly of a frog.
Fancy yourself. Actually, you look a bit like a frog.
I don't look in the least like a frog.
You're like that frog that puffs itself up when it's in danger.
How dare you be so rude to me? What danger?
Well, honestly, a room with no doors, a house with bars, guards, dogs, a keeper, Barnett. Are you a rich lunatic?
Damn you, no.
Well, why are you locked in?
Everyone else is locked out except you.
Comes to the same thing.
Barnett, I'm leaving my room now.
Yes, sir.
Have the dogs removed.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. You're safe with me. What about my 25 bob?
I never give money away under any circumstances. Now I'm going to show you my paintings.
I've already seen your etchings.
Don't be impertinent. I'm going to show you my paintings because they happen to be just on the way to the front door. These are my Gainsboroughs.
I could get you out of here, you know.
One of the daughters is considered to be particularly fine. Don't you think so?
When they open the door to let me out, why don't you make a boat for it?
I can leave my house whenever I wish. I leave it every day.
Mario drives the car,
Certainly.
and Barnett hovers overhead.
There's a radio telephone.
You know, you must have done something terrible, Kentara. You're in for life.
That is a Reynolds. I don't expect you to notice the difference.
I don't.
Child, have you no values?
I don't even know what I like.
£150,000
A lot.
each.
That's a lot of poverty. Kentara, you've made a lot of poverty.
What you mean is that I made a lot of money.
That's what you did, isn't it? That's why they locked you up in here. There's a certain amount of things in the world, you know, just enough to go round. And when one person has more than his share, others have to go without. Oh, boy, have you got more than your share?
Everyone should have his own Gainsborough.
Everyone should have enough to eat. I'm hungry.
What have you ever given to the world, Mayfly?
I haven't taken anything.
Ask about me. I've given employment to thousands of people. I give them buildings and ships.
Where did you last build a ship?
I never argue with idealists or stand in front of trains.
Croak.
There are far too many of these long-haired protesters with their heads buried in the sand, answering the storm with a little wind.
Croak, croak, croak.
I tell you, there's only a certain amount of freedom in this world. And if one person has more than his share, others have to go without.
That's not true. Is it?
Work it out for yourself.
Mr. Kentara, sir, the ambassadress.
Can't you see I'm busy, Barnett?
No, sir.
Family portrait?
Ignorant minx, it's a Rubens.
I can read.
Well?
It's a bit like Reggio in the German season. All those fat fraus frying in the Mediterranean sun. You can almost smell them cooking.
But as a painting.
Well, it covers a hole in the wall.
Oh, keep your grubby little hands to yourself. Do you know that picture's valued at $750,000?
Then it's the most expensive wallpaper in the world. I'm hungry.
Oh, do stop whining. Now I'm going to take you to see my Rembrandt. And after that, you can go away.
Have I got to?
It'll do your nasty little Philistine soul good.
Boy, you know how to make friends. Put the lights on.
There's a light over the portrait. I can't put the light on till I close the door.
poor old man.
Yes. He died in poverty. He's worth millions now.
Why was he ever poor?
Because he wouldn't flatter those nasty old burgomasters, so of course they refused to buy his paintings.
Nobody should buy it.
What?
Well, it's horrible to buy it and then keep it in the dark. You keep money in the dark.
I believe you have some odd Mayfly notion that art and money have nothing to do with one another. I assure you you're wrong. All the greatest artists had patrons.
So sad.
Yes, unfortunately, life is one of the few things that don't improve with age. If the Mayfly has one advantage over the frog, it is that its life is one blazing afternoon with no yesterday and no tomorrow.
You could help thousands of old men like him, couldn't you?
Are you suggesting that I ought to sell my Rembrandt and use the money to help a lot of poor old men?
Well, 1,000 happy old men are better than one sad canvas.
You have the morality of a travelogue. Come along, you don't know what you're talking
I know
about.
perfectly well what I'm talking about. I've seen dozens of happy old men. You know, I knocked one down once in Bessarabia.
Oh, really?
He got up and apologized in Bessarabia. I gave him a zloty. Have you ever given anyone a zloty?
To be perfectly truthful, no. But if it makes you any happier, I have endowed an old people's home in East Grinstead.
Does it make you any happier?
No.
Giving him a zloty made me happy.
But you just knocked him down.
It was an accident.
You're a heartless little creature, aren't you? But no doubt you think me very old-fashioned, don't you?
You? No, You're fishy. I'll never flatter you, Kantara.
Oh, that has a fine ring of the future about it. What is the future?
Oh, you don't know that.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to take you downstairs and show you the front door. That is the future.
Aren't you a misery?
I'm not in misery at all. You are very lucky to have got off so lightly.
Well, I'm not jumping like a bug being chucked out in an empty stomach.
Well, you can have a little more champagne if you like.
Makes you bilious.
Nonsense.
It does. Wouldn't you like a sandwich? I'll make you a sandwich.
She'll make me a sandwich. Do you know that there are two cooks downstairs, so bursting with gastronomic enthusiasm that they quarrel over which one of them is going to boil my egg?
I bet they can't make sandwiches like me.
No champagne, no sandwiches. Stay hungry and go without. It'll do you good. Yes, Barnett, what is
Sir,
it?
the ambassadress.
I know, Barnett.
I beg your pardon, sir, but you don't know the car's just arrived.
Good God.
Your speech, sir.
Where's that Mayfly? Come along. Backstairs.
What about my 25 bob?
That'll be your fine for breaking in.
Wrong.
Your Excellency.
Hello, darling. Don't look so grand, Gabi. You can't fool me. She's delicious, isn't she? These little boy girls are irresistible.
Hetty, dear, please try to behave like an ambassador.
Introduce her to me at once.
Allow me to introduce the Quintanian ambassadors, Her Excellency Madame Henrietta Roux.
Lucky girl.
Am I?
And
This is, Emma.
Emma Hamilton.
Emma Cantara, my kinswoman.
I am
Be thankful for such a tactful cousin.
uncle. Great uncle.
She'll give you the devil. Haven't I been telling you for years, Gabi darling? That's the only thing to keep you young. Look at Tepich. He makes me feel 27.
Tepich?
This is Tepich, my escort, my chihuahua, my lapdog.
Good evening, how do you do?
He does not speak English. What are you staring for, Tepich? Tepich, go over there. There. Look at pictures. There. Gabi, his thighs, they will kill me one day.
Don't you think we might all go into the drawing room and have a glass of champagne? Mario!
Oh, don't shout at him.
Ooh, what a fierce little thing. You will make a thunderstorm together. But you must let him be master in his own house. Gabi, those pants. No, Mario, no champagne. It's full of gases. Tipich, darling, you can stop looking at pictures. Come here, darling. Isn't it just like a little dog? No. Over there. You stay over there.
Hetty, we have to be going soon. Get to the Savoy.
Are you a communist?
We ought to allow at least 10 minutes.
That explains the pants. You are a little nuclear disarmer. You make a protest by sitting in the road. That's the right end to protest with. No, Mario, no. He'll keep me awake all night. Nothing kills love like wind. So, if you wish to make a revolution, I love revolutions, you must use your heart, not your bottom. But here, you have something softer to sit on.
We ought to be going.
I don't live here.
He keeps in the south of France.
She lives with her widowed mother in Gerrard's Cross. Now, Hetty, please let Mario fetch your things.
I don't live anywhere at the moment.
He'll be very kind to you and to your poor mother. I know him. He's the most generous man, but you mustn't ask him for anything.
He's only here for the day.
If you ask for nothing, he will give you everything. But if you say, I want so much, he will not give it to you.
I only wanted 25 bob and he wouldn't give it me.
My dear, that's not enough. Gabi, you've cheated the poor girl.
So these children always want too much pocket money.
He can be mean. Leave it to me. I was just like you a few years ago.
No, this relation of mine, I only met her today for the first time, and she was leaving just as you came in.
These millionaires, they are so tactful. Gabi, I have a wonderful idea. Let's scrap this dinner thing. Have a foursome. You, your Mayfly, my Chihuahua, and me.
We will certainly not scrap this dinner thing. The gentlemen of the Chamber of Commerce are waiting.
The two words I detest most, chamber and commerce.
Hetty, I've expended a great deal of my time and money.
Not in front of the children. Darling, take him for a walk, yes? Tepich, walkies. That's it. Don't lose each other. Now, Gabi, sit down and to business.
By all means. Now, what are we going to say at the beginning of my speech to the President?
25 shillings.
What? Oh, it's all for her motor scooter.
No. We must make a proper arrangement. A present of £1,000, some little jewelry, £5 a week for the poor mother.
Hetty, I've been trying to tell you ever since you came in that that girl is not my mistress.
I will arrange it for you. Leave it to me. I am all heart.
From Land's End to John O'Groats, Hetty, 15 gentlemen are waiting for us at the Savoy Hotel to discuss this quintillion loan.
I am not going. Now, if you leave me alone with her for 10 minutes...
Doesn't Quintanilla want their money?
A mere 10 million.
Well, even I wouldn't refer to 10 million as being mere.
We mustn't leave them alone together for too long.
The American Embassy? What have you been up to, Hetty?
Gabi, darling.
Yes, you've been drinking bourbon. How much did you get out of them?
20 million.
I always knew you were a witch. That smile of yours, Hetty darling, has cost me more than £1 million.
Everyone has to lose once in a while. Even you, Gabi Cantara. Now listen to my advice. She's not really your cousin. Well, of course not. So, first of all, a little supper, nothing too heavy. Then a little music and dancing. For heaven's sake, Gabi, get her out of those pants. One of your daughter's dresses. Pants are no good for love. Oh, then a little gift, nothing too extravagant. A little flattery, you know how. A little moonlight. Gabi, do you remember the moonlight?
I bet it's raining. Hetty, what the hell am I going to say to the chamber?
What does one usually say to a chamber? Get flushed.
If you ever try to involve me again in one of your business transactions... Now, where are you off to?
To bed. Where else? David, get down! You know what happens to naughty doggies? And naughty children, bambina cattiva, e volevo farne una principessa vergogna. Küss keine kleine Mädchen, niemals. Achtung! Oh, mon cher Mario, que vous êtes gentil. Je vous remercie 1000 fois. Adios, Gabi. Cuenta de tus ovejas. Buenas noches.
What did you say?
Well, the last bit was in Spanish. It means goodbye. Take care of your pet lamb.
I think you got the wrong idea.
You were kissing Tepic.
Wrong. Tepic was kissing me. So what?
You don't know how to behave yourself.
He's a nice boy.
What did he say to you?
Nothing.
Do you mean to say you let him kiss you just like that?
Well, he only speaks German. And talking about behavior, Uncle Gabby.
Yes, what is it, Barnett?
Serve a dinner.
I'm not going.
The ambassadress, sir.
She's not going either. Get on to the secretary and say that Madame Roux's come out in spots or something, and I've come out in sympathy.
Spots, Mr. Cantal?
Oh, well, say that she's fallen off her horse, her stallion.
She was bitten by her lapdog.
Oh, that's good. Are you listening, Barnett?
Yes, sir.
Her lapdog bit her, and the vet suspects rabies. And I was with her when it happened, so I'm in quarantine. Make it sound good.
I couldn't make it sound better, sir. Where are you dining?
I'm not dining, Barnett. That's that.
Was it important?
Well, as a matter of fact, it was very important.
Big deal? Bad luck. Well, cheers.
You're not leaving.
Save the trouble. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the name, Uncle.
Cousin, I'm afraid it wasn't a very good one.
No, Emma's not me. But Cantara's all right.
Now, stay a moment, please.
You couldn't get rid of me quick enough before. Has she been giving you ideas?
Oh, when she isn't double-crossing her best friend, she's trying to pop them into bed with one another.
All of them?
I'm not Tepic, you know.
Not you.
Oh, no, I thought you said you were hungry.
You said I should stay hungry and go without.
Yes, but you see, the thing is that you owe me a dinner. After all, I ought to be sitting down at the Savoy with Madame Roux at this very moment.
With Tepic having his on the floor. Okay, cousin. But only a sandwich, nothing else.
Just a little champagne.
Oh, no. It's full of gases. Nothing kills love like wind. No froggy tricks.
Well, I'm going to change upstairs. We really can't sit down together looking like this. Mario! Barnett.
Yes, sir?
I want a sandwich.
Yes, sir. The President of the Chamber sends his condolences, sir.
Why, I'm not dead.
Rabies can be fatal, sir.
Oh, you must have made it sound good. Oh, Barnett, 2 sandwiches. Ah, Mario, there you are. Now, find me some old clothes.
Sandwiches, sir? What kind of sandwiches?
Oh, Barnett, what the hell do I employ 2 cooks for if I have to explain to them what kind of sandwiches I want? Mario, old clothes.
Sir, we haven't any old clothes, sir.
Cheese sandwiches, sir?
Oh, you're being very awkward about these sandwiches, Barnett. No old clothes, Mario. Well, what do we do with them?
I'm sorry, sir.
We sell them, sir.
A selection of sandwiches, Barnett.
Is everything all right, sir?
Everything is perfect, Barnett. Sell them. But that's disgraceful, Mario. We should give them away to poor old men. Yeah, look in the pockets first. Mario, tell me, what would you wear for a sandwich with a young lady?
The young lady, sir?
The young lady?
The smoking, sir?
Yes, give me the smoking, Mario. And a dress. A dress for the young lady. One of Mademoiselle Cantara's dresses.
Which one, sir?
Everyone's against me today. You never used to be so obtuse.
It's a long time ago, sir.
Far too long, Mario. A white dress. A frog, he would a wooing go. Hey ho, said Rolly. Whether his mother would let him or no. With a roly-poly gammon and spinach, a white dress for the Mayfly, a green jacket for the frog, a little supper, A little music and dancing. A little flattery. A little moonlight.
It's raining, sir.
No moonlight. A little gift. It's nothing too extravagant. Do we still have the Ivor Novello records, Barnett?
The ones Madame Rue used to be so fond of, sir?
Oh, do mind your own stupid...
Yes, sir. The gypsy violin for dinner, sir?
Where should we have our sandwiches, do you think, Mario?
In the winter garden, sir. Amongst the flowers and under the stars.
Oh, do shut up, Mario. Yes, we'll have it in the winter garden. I do hope they've remembered to clean out the pond.
Sir, the little gift.
Emma. Cantara. You're very beautiful. I don't know your real name. I shall have to call you Emma.
I shan't answer.
Well, something so lovely must have a name, Mayfly. I shall call you Mayfly.
And I'll call you...
Gabriel.
Oh, I don't think I could call anyone Gabriel. But I'll try. Whose is it?
Yours. And this is to go with it.
Oh, how pretty.
Well, it takes its beauty from the wearer. But it is something quite unique and priceless. It was worn by a Japanese empress over 1,000 years ago.
Just for the evening.
Well, just for as long as we're together. Shall we?
It's like the bottom of the sea. Oh, look, fish. What was that?
Only one of the fish.
That's not a sandwich. Where's the bread?
Millionaire sandwiches are made without bread.
There's all sorts of lobstery things.
Mario! Mario!
What do you want?
Somebody has to pour out the wine.
I suppose you could.
Yes, I suppose I could. To my Mayfly.
To Gabriel.
Thank you, my dear. Oh, Mario, there you are. Why, Mario?
This black stuff's nice. It's like fishy jam. What is it?
It's called caviar. You aren't supposed to eat it with a spoon. Just a very little on a piece of toast.
Just a very little. Why? Is it expensive?
Not particularly. The fish are very lively tonight.
You haven't had anything yet.
I'm not hungry, my dear. You choose whatever you like. Ah, you know, when I was young, I used to have an appetite like yours. To be 14 again and hungry. To be a poor student living on sardines.
Were you a poor student, Gabriel?
No, I thought perhaps you were.
No. When do you have fun, Gabriel?
So what do you call fun?
Speeding along between two lines of trees. Coming over the top of a hill. Going to new places and meeting strange people.
Well, I must have been having fun for years without ever realizing it.
Oh, but you must like doing it. Fun's doing what you like.
Are you having fun now? Here with me?
Who used to sit here with you?
Someone I was once married to a long time ago.
Sticky.
Mario, finger bowls.
Oh, I think I can see your bug.
The water's dirty, Mayfly.
Fish live in it. They're trying to eat it. They must be hungry.
Mario, feed the fish. Would you like some coffee, my dear? Or brandy? Cigarette?
Brandy. Later.
Thank you for later.
I have already fed the fishes, sir.
Come along, my dear. I want to show you my library. But I must warn you, it's rather dark in there. You must be careful, Mayfly. You're so delicate. I might squash you between the leaves of a book.
You frighten me, really.
What a strong room, Gabriel.
My workroom. Oh, business. Will you excuse me for a moment? Barnett.
Yes, sir.
No calls unless it's the PM or the President.
Very good, Mr. Cantaro.
And Barnett. A little music.
Any particular music, sir?
The Ivan Novello music, Barnett. He's getting slack.
You must have forgotten. Oh, very impressive with the pipe.
Shall we? I'm afraid I haven't danced for a long time. Oh, damn you, Barnett.
The President, sir. The President of the Chamber.
Oh, not that President.
There's rather a large amount involved, Mr. Cantaro.
Not now, Barnett. Music.
Who's Barnett?
A very incompetent young man.
Oh, I'm sure he's not. What does he look like? Don't you know?
He wears spectacles.
Yes.
Oh, that's all. As far as I can remember. Ah, if you knew how much this means to a lonely man.
When did you last see him? Gabriel, if there are people in this house, why won't you let them near you?
Mario's always near me.
Yes, but only Mario. Why?
I distrust servants, that's all, Mayfly. Oh, you're like gossamer, sparkling with dewdrops, the dawn of a new awakening. You know, Mayfly, I believe I'm falling in love with you. Would you mind that?
May I have a little brandy now, please?
Forgive me.
You have everything you really want, haven't you?
Well, nearly everything.
Isn't that disappointing?
One has to get used to it.
Oh, that's sad. That's like poor old Rembrandt all alone in the dark. Now, I'd have given him a zloty.
And what would you give me?
I haven't any zlotys.
Something else, then?
I haven't anything.
Ah, you have, though. You have more beauty in your lips than I have riches, more loveliness in your eyes than I have possessions. I have a little flat in Paris, Mayfly, a villa in Nice, a little house at Mykonos, a yacht at Portofino, a private aeroplane.
What have I? Except a scooter with a bashed-in headlight. Cantara.
You let that young man kiss you?
Well, he wasn't trying so hard.
Am I so repulsive? I've disappointed you, haven't I?
Well, it wouldn't have been so bad if you just got up and kissed me.
Wouldn't it? Oh, I know. I suppose I was ridiculous.
Well, no, you weren't ridiculous.
Oh, yes, I was. To imagine that a young girl wouldn't make fun of a man of my age.
You were a bit old hat.
Old hat?
Well, nice, but old hat. Oh, don't look so damned miserable.
I am damn miserable.
Well, it wasn't all awful. The dress, the brooch, supper, they weren't awful.
Thank you.
Frog. Well, if you'd just be yourself. Snappy and grumpy like you were before, not giving a thing away and...
Oh, stingy. That's what you mean, isn't it? Go on, say it.
Yes, stingy. Come on, then, let's have a row.
Barnett. Barnett.
Yes, sir?
A certain person is going into one of the rooms of this house, and I want to know which one.
A person, Mr. Cantara?
Yes, mind your own damn business.
There's a noise in the winter garden, sir. Shall I summon the police?
Don't make such idiotic suggestions.
I'm sorry, sir. Will you want me again tonight, sir?
I sincerely hope not.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night, Barnett.
Hello, crowd. Can I come out now?
Don't know why you ever got in.
Felt like a swim.
Well, then you can jolly well have a swim.
I've had it.
Huh.
You thought I'd drowned myself.
I did not.
You did? You went all dramatic. It was rather touching. Not much fun in here.
You should have thought of that before you got in. I shouldn't wonder if the water's a bit poisonous, too. It hasn't been cleaned out for years.
I don't care. Ask Mary to bring me a towel. It's getting cold. Ow! Something's eating my foot.
Oh, it's probably one of my piranha fish.
Look there. How did it get in there?
I can't imagine. It must have caught on your costume.
Oh.
I'll get Mario to fetch you a towel.
Oh, you fraud. You miserly millionaire. Worn by a Japanese empress thousands of years ago. Let me out of here.
I'm not stopping you getting out.
Of course you are.
Let me remind you that you saw me getting out of my bath.
That's a rude suggestion. Oh, call Mario, please. The teeth are chattering.
Your teeth.
I'm going all crinkly.
Yes, it suits your personality. Oh, heavens, you better get out of here at once. Barnett, send Mario down to the winter garden with a large towel at once.
May I ask what has happened, sir?
You may. I shan't tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you come out of here at once. Do you understand? Quits.
Quick. Close your eyes. Turn round. Ooh. Where are my clothes? Mario, where are my clothes?
Well, Mario, give her clothes.
My wife is washing them, sir.
Damn it, man, we are not a laundry. His wife is washing them.
They'll be dry tomorrow morning, sir.
Well, what on earth are we going to do in the meantime,
I've got another dress outside in my rucksack.
Well, Mario, what are you waiting for? Come along, my dear. There's a fire in the drawing room. You can dry off in there. Barnett. Barnett.
Yes, sir?
You can go to bed now, Barnett.
I was in bed, sir. Good night.
Good night, Barnett.
Poor Barnett. What about me?
What about you?
Bed.
Well, if Mario's taken your clothes to be washed, he's undoubtedly prepared a room for you.
Whose room?
Yours? Where did you propose to spend the night?
Alone.
And tomorrow?
No, tomorrow is tomorrow. What about Mario?
Oh, he's outside somewhere. He's married, so I don't suppose he minds staying up all night.
You said you were married once. What happened? You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
My wife ran away with my butler. It's rather funny.
No, it isn't.
A great many people thought it was.
Now, you don't trust anyone except Mario.
And Barnett.
And Barnett.
Yes, a lot of people thought it very funny that a millionaire's wife should run away with his butler.
I don't think it's funny.
It's the hours. I had to be away all day making money.
And she was here making the butler.
I had a few moments of my own, too, of course.
You didn't use up all your butterflies.
But it was a long, long time ago.
I could tell from your technique.
Old-fashioned.
Oh, the art.
Didn't you enjoy any of it? Not even the music? Ivor Novella.
Before my time, I'm afraid.
Pity.
I've done one side.
You're an odd girl, Mayfly. We're both of us a bit odd, I suppose. None of the world seems to have brushed off on you yet. And yet I, who ought to know something of the world because I bought a big part of it, don't seem to know it anymore. You're far more at home out there than I am.
I'm at home.
Here with me. You know, this hasn't been a home for a long time until you came.
We never had our row. What should we row about?
Well, I could tell you off for charging about on your motor scooter.
I could demand my 25 bob.
I could accuse you of trying to drown yourself in my fish pond.
Or what about all those butterflies? And you chasing me all over the house?
Well, I was afraid you'd run away.
I didn't.
I thought you might leave me all alone again, like
How old was she?
my wife.
Your daughter.
Who told you?
Wives don't wear white dresses.
She was very young, like you. She went off and threw herself away on an Italian boatman. I'm glad to say they're very unhappy.
That makes you happy. You won't help them?
Well, of course, if she decided to leave him and come back to me.
Oh, Frog, who'd come back here? Well, nobody wants to live in a museum.
What on earth do you mean?
Everything's in boxes, as if it had all died a long, long time ago and was waiting to be buried. Even you. Well, you are. Mario lays you out every night, and Barnett communes with you from heaven.
That's a very youthful verdict, Mayfly. As you grow older, I think you'll find out that what you own is what you are.
That's horrible.
Well, it's the price of being a millionaire. Everyone's greedy. We all want something.
I don't want anything, except to be me.
I think I can convince you that that isn't quite enough.
What are you getting at? Are you trying to tempt me?
I don't want to tempt you, I want to teach you. Sooner or later, you'll have to learn.
You make me shiver.
Hadn't you better get some clothes on?
Going up?
Going down.
We're going to see the lions,
No.
the prisoners.
No. You mustn't be afraid of what's in here.
Does it bite?
No. It
I'm
doesn't bite.
Not afraid. Closed door. You have a good collection of closed doors.
This is the most closed door of them all.
I don't want to go in, please.
This is what I really am. What I've made myself ever since I've been alone. No one else has ever been in here.
Beautiful. They can't be real.
This is my other heart. My life's achievement. all that I've taken from the world. I could tell you the history of each one of them. Golconda, Peru, the mines of Mexico. I could tell you of the women who wore them and the men who died for them. Their beauty, eternal, indestructible. Their power.
I'm afraid.
They can't hurt you. Look.
I'm afraid.
And for you now, I give them to you.
I don't want them.
But you must want them. Don't you see I've been treasuring them up for you all these years, never dreaming that you would ever come to claim them? You can't refuse them, can you? Can you? Can you? Why are you so pale? Are you dead, Mayfly? Are you dead already?
I'm sorry. I must be allergic to diamonds. That's funny. That's funny, isn't it, Frog?
I'm not a frog,
I'm not a mayfly. It was a game.
if you like.
Yes, it was a game. Let it be a game.
It was a game. I lost.
We both lost.
I can't bear losing.
You bounce. You know, if you jumped down there, you'd bounce right back.
I'm not going to try and prove anything or argue with you anymore.
Oh, I don't think anything needs proving. You know, some birds collect shiny pebbles to attract other birds. I suppose the one that collects the most pebbles is the most attractive. But when the attracting's over, they don't bother about the pebbles anymore. There are more important things to do.
That's a damned feminine theory.
What's your theory, Gabriel?
I believe that the first thing that man saw when he opened his eyes was beauty. And he's been trying to capture it ever since.
It's a funny thing to think.
You see, beauty is power. A beautiful ship is a powerful ship, and the man who built it knows that. A beautiful woman has untold power. You understand that, don't you, Mayfly?
A powerful man is a beautiful man.
In thought, in art, in industry, it's always the same. Power in a beautiful picture, beauty in a powerful machine. What is the most beautiful thing in the world? Whatever you answer, it will also be the most powerful.
Love.
Come down.
It's all right. I can fly. I can't fly.
I ought to lock you up.
You have locked me up, Gabriel. You've captured me. Put me in a little box. Treasure me. I'm cold.
Mario's a damned fool. Listen, Mayfly. At first, I admit I did plan something like this. But not now. You do believe me, don't you? It isn't a game any longer. Well, what are we going to do about it?
It's been done before.
But not twixt thee and me.
Not twixt thee and me. Or me and anyone. If you want me, you must take me.
You want nothing. You take nothing.
You're sad. Barnett? Barnett?
Mr. Cantara, sir, yes, sir. Who's that?
Me.
Who are you?
The 25 bob person.
What are you doing there?
I've been here all evening.
Oh, you're the person, the one that got lost.
Yes, I was in the goldfish pond.
And now you're with Mr. Cantara.
No, he's in another room.
Oh, well,
Barnett.
it's none of my business, yes, madam.
No, I'm not, madam. Barnett, I want to talk to you.
That's not proper.
Oh, it is. I told you. He's in another room.
But it's still not proper.
Oh, I've got to talk to someone, Barnett. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I sighed. I sighed because all I ever do is talk. Well, go on, miss, but if you hear him coming back, for goodness sake, switch off.
Barnett, have you ever been in love?
That's not the sort of question you should ask, miss.
Well, I wanted to know what it felt
Well,
like.
I'm sure I don't know, miss.
Oh, come on, Barnett.
Well, come on, miss. Look, is that all you wanted?
No, wait. Still there?
Yes, miss.
You see, it's awkward because I think I'm in love, but I'm not sure.
Does it really matter, miss?
Yes, terribly. You see, if I'm in love, then I can give him up. But if I'm not, I can't. Do you understand?
No, miss.
You're being difficult,
Well, I'm
Barnett.
sorry, miss, but it doesn't lie within the scope of my experience.
Are you inexperienced too?
Yes, I suppose I am, miss.
What would you do in my position?
It's very unlikely I should ever find myself in your position, miss.
Now, you can only give someone up if you love them very much. Now, if you don't love them, it doesn't matter what they do. Does it? Barnett.
I'm trying to work it out, miss.
Think of it the other way around. Now, if I let Mr. Cantara... Well, if I encouraged him, would that mean that I loved him?
Look, can't you ask someone else, miss?
Put your mind to it.
Well, look, let's put it another way. Does Mr. Cantara love you?
I think so.
Well, has he encouraged you?
I'm not sure.
Look, miss, why don't you leave it all to Mr. Cantara?
No, I couldn't do that, Barnett. That would mean I didn't love him. Oh, I have to make up my mind and then help him not to do anything.
Well, I don't think we're going to get your mind made up tonight, miss.
Oh, I've got to, Barnett. I mean, if we start, where's it going to end? If I didn't love him, it would be all right. I could stay with him until we got tired of each other. He could give me lots of things, and I wouldn't mind what people said or anything. But I can't do that if I love him. I can't. Can I, Barnett? I'm not very old, you see, and... Are you listening?
Yes, miss.
Well, he is a bit old, isn't he, Barnett?
Yes, miss.
What do you think?
You're in love, miss. Very much in love.
How'd you know?
Because you think more about Mr. Cantara, miss, than you do about yourself.
Oh, Barnett. You do understand. And I do love him. And I'm going to stay awake all night and protect myself. But I'll really be protecting him, won't I, Barnett?
That's right, miss. Is there anything else, miss?
No. Thank you, Barnett.
Don't forget to switch me off, miss. Good night.
Good night, Barnett.
Mayfly. Mayfly.
Mr. Cantara, sir.
What the hell is that?
Please don't, sir. It's Barnett.
I know it's Barnett.
She's asleep, sir.
How the hell do you know that?
I've been listening, sir.
You're fired, Barnett.
Yes, sir.
You can take a week's salary in lieu of notice.
You can keep the week's salary, sir, in lieu of some remarks I'm about to make.
Are you intending to add insult to injury, Barnett?
Yes, sir.
Well, there's no reason why I should listen, is there?
The young lady talked to me, sir.
What do you mean? What on earth should she want to talk to you for?
Well, she wanted to talk to someone, sir.
Well, she could have talked to me.
It was about you, Mr. Cantara.
You talked to the young lady about me? Where was I all the time?
Oh, you'd gone into the next room, sir. She couldn't make up her mind whether she was in love with you or not.
Don't switch off, Barnett.
Very good, Mr. Cantara.
Now then, Barnett, before we proceed any further, I hope you appreciate that I haven't touched the young lady.
Oh, yes, sir. She left the speaker switched on. I've been listening all night.
I'm not sure that I'm at all pleased to hear that, Barnett.
Well, sir, it doesn't make much difference now, does it, sir?
I don't know why you had to speak at all.
You were going to touch us.
I was not.
Well, you were going to wake her up, sir, and after that,
You have a disgusting mind, Barnett.
Yes, sir.
I was only going to wake the young lady so that she could leave the house early without anybody noticing her.
You were going to let her leave, sir, without...
I'm very much attached to the young lady, Barnett, and I have no wish to compromise her in any way.
You were going to give her up. Oh, Mr. Cantara, sir, that's wonderful.
Barnett, I suppose you couldn't be drunk at this time of the morning. Well, what time do you make it, Barnett?
4:30, sir.
Do you really?
Yes, sir. No, sir. The young lady had decided, sir, to give you up, too.
She was going to give me up?
Yes, sir. She decided to stay up all night to protect herself because she was very much in love with you, sir. But then she must have fallen asleep.
Well, if she was so very much in love with me, why on earth should she want to give me up?
She wanted to protect you, sir, from starting something that could only end in mockery. She said that she was not very old, but that you were, well,
Well, yes, I know that, Barnett. I think I've known it really from the very beginning. But it isn't only the difference in our ages, whatever you or the world may think. I loved her and she loved me. And there was no barrier in the world that could possibly come between us except one. The difference between her innocence and my corruption. Between the mayfly and the frog.
I'm so sorry, sir.
And you sat up all night like a good watchdog, and not a thief disturbed the house. We're all a little better than you think, Barnett.
Yes, sir.
And if a similar situation should arise in the far future, I can promise you that I shan't keep you up all night again.
Oh, that's if I'm here, sir.
Oh, I'm sure you will be here. Won't you, Barnett?
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now then, get those idle cooks out of bed. I want a large breakfast.
Yes, sir.
And tell Mario's wife to come in here and look after the young lady.
Yes, sir.
Well, put in a claim to my insurance company for 25 shillings and let me have the money in cash.
Yes, sir.
That will be all, Barnett. Good morning.
Darling Frog.
Darling Mayfly. Drive on, Mario.